Oh my god, are you ready for this?
I think so? I don't know.
I'm not.
I'm not either.
You took notes.
I did. I took a fucking Word document.
You did, and...
That's how I roll.
All right, hey.
So, I'm Kristen.
I'm Brittany.
And together we decided to do this podcast. It's called All Things Strange.
And in All Things Strange, we talk about things that are just strange. We'll talk about, like, the paranormal. We'll talk about behaviors. We'll talk about, like, unsolved cases that are just completely out. Like, we'll just, if it's strange, then we're going to talk about it.
Yeah, and not safe for work or children.
Yeah,
so
no, God, no.
Please don't do that. Safe for our children.
Yeah, because our children just,
apparently are exposed to things that they shouldn't be.
Somebody in one of the groups that we're in, like, collectively together, they were like, well, I'm worried about listening to such and such while I'm in the car with my kid. And I'm like, my 5-year-old, her favorite show is Bones. And I was just like, I'm not sorry about it, because at least then she'll be like, oh, well, there's a such thing as bad guys, and this is what I have to do to protect myself. So I'm doing it for that reason, other than the fact that I might be a little bit lazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Anyways.
Okay, so we want to do our introductions. And
yes.
Do you want to go first? I think we're going to talk about today either something strange about us or something strange that has happened to one another.
And
so
I think I'm going to go, like, more towards, like, something strange that's happened to me.
Okay.
And it's, like, been kind of going on throughout my entire life, really. And when I was born, my grandpa was in a vegetative state after a work-related accident. Everyone's always like, oh, he was in a coma. It's like, no, he was in a vegetative state. That's, like, to me, that's a little bit different.
Yeah.
Because he was also kind of aware.
Okay.
And I would hear stories from, many members of the family that would be like, he was in the nursing home or wherever, and he would be thrashing around and, like, totally unsettled. But as soon as, like, they brought you in as a baby, he was all fine and calm, and they could put him right next to me and things like that. So that was kind of like a big deal, the fact that he could sense my presence there as a new being. And he passed away, I think, 92, and I was like a wee child. Like, still a wee child. And when I was about 4, my grandma lived in this weird split level house in Graham. And you would walk in on, the main level was like the second level, and then the rec room and everything was underneath. And the rec room was actually directly underneath the kitchen, had the vents on the ceilings, and then the kitchen had the vents on the floors. My grandma would be in the kitchen cooking, and she would hear me playing, and I was down there by myself, and I'd come up for a snack. She'd be like, oh, who are you playing with? Thinking an imaginary friend. And I described to my grandfather to a T. Like, oh, just playing with the man. And she's like, what man? What does he look like? Like, freaking out, because there's huge, like, windows and sliding glass doors down there. And she,
that's
like...
some creepy shit. That's like...
Yeah,
that's like I know. What you would hear in a movie.
Well, and the thing is, too, is, like, my aunts would, they would have, like, photos of them with, like, a boyfriend or something, and the boyfriend's face would be scratched out.
What the fuck is wrong with your aunts?
Well, the one, let me not get into that.
Okay,
let's
not talk about I heard those stories.
It's just, like, kind of like one of those things. Like, it would pop up every now and then to where he was kind of like, everybody thought my imaginary friend, but then he wasn't.
Did you name him?
Well, no, it was my grandpa.
He was just the man.
He was just the man.
Okay.
He was my grandpa. And then, like, growing up, there would be, like, a few instances, like, when I would have a boyfriend and, like, we would have sleepovers, and we, like, actually wouldn't even have sex, and they would wake up with scratches on their backs. And things like that. And it's always kind of, like, been one of those things, and we have actually done...
Scratches on their back?
On their back. Like...
And there was no sex?
And there was no sex. Like, why the fuck would you scratch some dude's back if you're not gonna have sex?
I don't know. My husband asks me to scratch his back all the time, but I'm thinking this may be a little different.
This is a little different.
Is your grandpa a demon?
He might have been. He's always been a very protective person in his living years, and it might have just been something like that. And so my ex-boyfriend and I actually had done an EVP session. Mm-hmm. And he came through.
Ooh, you're going to open doors.
Don't do it. No, it's not going to open doors. EVP sessions are for something that's already there.
You're opening doors.
It's something. It's something for. It's for what's already there. It's not opening doors. The fact that my grandpa was physically assaulting my boyfriend, and he came. It's not like we had an Ouija board or anything. We had a little voice recorder.
He was physically sexually assaulting them.
Yes, he was sexually.
That's where the scratches came from. What is that called? I want to say like nympho something. No, it's those
like
ghosts.
the reverse necrophilia.
No, the ghosts that fuck you. Like that's like the syphilis.
What's that one celebrity?
Not syphilis.
Are you sure it's not syphilis? Because I heard you can catch some pretty gnarly things from that ectoplasm.
What the fuck are those called?
I don't... Okay, so it's ghost sexual experiences, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Brittany's Googling. She's Googling how her grandpa sexually assaulted her boyfriends.
Oh my god, one of the results, all I put in was ghost sexual, and like, one of the...
There's two. Incubus and succubus.
No, I think it's just succubus, isn't it?
There's incubus and succubus, and a succubus, I believe, is female, and incubus is... male, or it could be switched, but yeah, maybe that's where we got syphilis from. It's supposed to be like succubus.
Well,
oh damn,
maybe
I got the clap, but it's not the clap. It's...
Okay, you know what? You're right. You're right. I'm totally.
I'll take that.
I forgot what I was gonna say though, but
okay. Anyway, so
we don't research anything. Why the fuck would we? Anyways, so it's been kind of like this thing where it like pops in and out every now and then. It's like we had when I was staying in my grandma's, she's got like a really nice like furnished bunkhouse and everything. We were staying out there and there's this hanging plant, and it would just start swaying for no reason. Like the bunkhouse doors were closed, the windows were all closed, and it would just start swaying, just going back and forth. And
when you were with your boyfriend, or when you were like by yourself?
When I was with my boyfriend, like we'd
so
wake
every
up
time you were with a dude.
Yeah.
Wow.
And every now and then, even like here, some like things will happen. Like, I'll notice, like, maybe the corner of a washcloth will kind of, like... And it's not very often. And it's not...
I'm, like, looking over my shoulder.
Down.
I feel like Grandpa's here.
Grandpa... I don't know.
What's his name?
I think it's called...
Grandpa Joe?
Les.
Oh, Les.
Leslie.
Hi, Leslie.
Don't say it like Les. What is wrong with you? No.
Hello, Grandpa Lesbian. Sexually assault me.
And the funny thing is, too, is when I got pregnant with Ariel... They were like, oh, well, your due date is October 12th, which was his birthday. So if she would have been born when she was supposed to, instead of being overdue by a million years, then she would have shared the same birthday as my grandpa, and she would have had a different middle name than what she has now.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's something strange that's been very consistent in my life. I mean, it's like maybe once every like 6 to 8 months I'll notice something. Mm-hmm. So it's like, I don't know, like, about how many things I haven't noticed, but...
Does it correspond with any dates or anything, have you noticed? Or is it just...
I'm too dyslexic to pay attention to that kind of stuff. I don't know, maybe I should start keeping, like, a log on it. I mean, it would take...
a dream journal type of thing?
Yeah, I mean, it would probably take, like, years to build up any sort of information. See what the pattern is? Yeah, but... Because I definitely don't remember dates from when things have happened before.
I'm terrible with dates. I can't even remember my own... Well, I can kind of remember my anniversary. I just don't know how long I've been married.
Your anniversary.
Well, I remember my anniversary because it's like my favorite day of the year, but yeah. I don't remember like how many years we've been together.
Okay.
Facebook does that for us.
Here's the thing. I remember, it's really easy for me to remember yours.
Why?
Because you got married in 2010.
Okay.
Because that was the year I turned 21 and we went to Vegas.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this year you'll be married for 7 years.
Oh,
you're
that's
welcome.
Nice. I missed my 5th anniversary.
No, you didn't. I got you a bunch of wood stuff.
That's right, you did.
And then this past year, what was it? Oh, God. It was, I got you guys chocolate because it was like candy or steel or iron or something. I was going to get you like an actual like ironing iron, but they didn't have it at Albertsons. That's where I was. I was at Albertsons.
Classy, Brittany.
Well, I was buying meat.
Classy with a K.
Hey. Don't be jealous.
I love it.
So, it's really easy to remember yours. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm. Thanks.
I don't know how I'm going to remember mine. Oh, wait, we did get married in 2015? Oh, yeah!
All right.
So that's nice and easy.
I almost...
You remember mine better than you remember yours. As far as years
Don't
go.
worry, honey. I got you covered.
It's cool. I got you covered.
All right. We got each other's back. Oh
my
God.
God.
Jesus.
That was funny as fuck.
I just don't know. I don't know.
I don't understand anymore. I'm just gonna drink my drink and enjoy life.
I think that's really interesting that you're saying that your grandpa follows you. I actually had a similar experience.
Yeah?
When I was about 17 or so, I was kind of going through a transition.
Yeah.
I was like, I stopped hanging out with people that just wasn't in alignment with my goals anymore. Mm-hmm. And I was just transitioning. I got married very young.
Yeah.
And, that was my first marriage. We shall not speak of that. But anyway, so I got married very young. And, boo. And it was interesting because I would always catch glimpses of this guy, mm-hmm. almost following me. It freaked me out at first, but then I realized he wasn't actually there. And when I talked to my mom about it, she was like, well, describe him. And I described my uncle that had died from bone cancer.
Really?
To a T. Right down to the clothes and the things he would always wear.
Yeah, that's exactly it. When I described my grandpa to my mm-hmm. grandma being only 4 years old or
Isn't
so.
That's strange.
And it was she didn't have very many pictures of him around the house because, he was in a vegetative state for 9 years. I mean, as much as she loved him, she started moving on because at that point, what are you going to do?
Yeah. The
only reason that they really held on so much was because of her not being, very sure and things like that, but also because he had a twin sister. And, there was a lot of things that led to it. And eventually, yeah, he did pass on, and my grandma had met her husband now. Mm-hmm. And they have been together ever since. So she never really had pictures of him around. She had him in her photo boxes and things like that. Though there was never any anything on the wall or in frames on the mantle or things like that. So me being able to describe this man at a very young age was pretty heart-wrenching for my grandma.
That would be definitely hard. It makes me feel bad for your grandma. Because she's in a really shitty position. You know? I don't know. I guess if it was me and I was in a vegetative state, I'm pretty comfortable with the idea of death, personally. Yeah. So just pull the fucking plug. Because I don't want to live like that, and I don't need anybody else being put in a bad situation because of it. I'm too practical. That's ridiculous to me. So I don't know. I mean, I can see why people hold on. I can definitely see it.
And I can see it
But it's
too.
not something I'd want for myself. And if it happens to my husband, well, he doesn't get a choice.
See, my thing is...
I'm just going to pull the plug. All right, you got a time limit. Let's go, buddy. Time's up. You're done.
See, my thing is if it looks like that, there might... if there's a minuscule chance that everything's going to be okay and I'm going to be able to come out of it or whatever, then mm-hmm. fucking just if not, if it looks hopeless, give me a couple of months.
Or if I'm going to be a vegetable.
Yeah.
I don't want it.
Just give me a couple of months. I think it's the fact that he was in a vegetative state, so he was still semi-aware. Mm-hmm. That was also another huge factor.
That would be really hard.
That would be difficult because you don't know if they're just laying there yelling at you mm-hmm. in their mind, hey, I'm here, I'm still here, just don't let go yet, or
It makes me feel like I need to write a living will or something. Just get my shit in order because I do not want to be like that.
Yeah, I've been thinking about my will a lot too, just because you never know. Yeah, I may be still really young mm-hmm. and all of that, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to walk down and go check the mail and get hit by a car.
Oh, Jeremy was so freaked out when we got married. I told him, I was for our 10-year anniversary, I know what I want. And he's like, what? I was like, let's make our funeral arrangements. And he was like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Just make sure.
And I'm like, come on, shit's done. Nobody has to worry about it. We had 10 good years. It'll be great. We'll just pay for them. It'll be fine.
It's fine.
It's fine. Whatever. To me, it just makes sense to do that. A, you get a discount. B, and then B, whenever the time does come, you've already have it all set up. It's already been paid for, and your family doesn't have to make those hard decisions.
Yeah.
I feel like you're actually doing a service, and it's smart, but it really freaked him out.
Yeah, well, not to mention, it's like you've just died, and you don't want your family members and loved ones and things like that just to be thinking about nothing but your funeral or your memorial service, or, whether or not they should cremate you, or they should bury you, or turn you into a tree or a fucking diamond. I don't know.
I'm gonna be a tree.
I want to be fed to the sharks. Oh. But it's like, if you take care of that stuff, like, ahead of time, they don't have to worry about it too much other than just making a couple of phone calls. And then normally a lot of, like, the funeral homes takes care of everything. They know what they're doing. It's the industry that they're in. And it's just another way of, to me, it's like public service. Mm-hmm. It's helping you.
Did you know I almost went to school to do makeup? Yeah.
Guess what I was looking into like a week ago?
Shut up!
Well, I remember one of my old coworkers and I, we were talking about it. It's like, it'd be really cool to do, like, the makeup on, like, the people. And we weren't talking about it, like, in a morbid way.
It's so hard, though, because people give you this unrealistic photo. Oh my God, can you imagine, like, you're doing Aunt Tammy's makeup and fucking Uncle Ron gives you a picture of Aunt Tammy's. And Aunt Tammy's like, well, I don't know, she's well into her 80s. And Uncle Ron gives you a glamour shot that she got done in the 80s. And that's how he wants her to look.
God.
Yeah. Do they have dead people facelifts? Because,
I think that's what those little things that go under their eyes are.
I wish they had, like, easy live people with facelifts.
But here's the thing. When we were talking about this, though, we weren't talking about it, like, in a morbid, oh, hey, we get to go put makeup on dead bodies.
Yeah, see?
But it was, like, more of, like, if we can, work our magic to make the dead person look less dead.
Yeah.
For the family members. Especially
Have you ever been to a funeral where it's really bad?
Yeah. Yeah, I went to a funeral. It was open casket. And, she was a very well-known person in that community. Mm-hmm. So it was a huge turnout. They had to, like, rent out this huge place. And she was old. So she had cancer and things like that. And, everybody just loved her. But
did you touch her?
No.
Have you ever touched a corpse?
No.
I've kissed a corpse.
Why?
I don't know. I couldn't help it. It was in the moment. It was weird. I still feel it on my lips. It was cold.
It, like, leathery?
It was cold and hard.
Weird.
It was like kissing marble that's not marble.
Did you,
because you know it's Grandpa.
Because you know it's Grandpa. No, I've never touched a dead body, but here's the thing. If that was my job, if I had to stop looking at the time.
Oh, I don't know where it's at. Show me.
It's right along the top. We're only at 18 minutes.
Oh, cool.
Anyways,
sorry, guys.
If I were...
Sorry, guys. Sorry. We're only going to talk about our listeners as we have that one listener. Thanks for being patient, you.
Stop getting distracted.
Sorry.
No, I'm kidding.
Dead people. Go.
Dead people. So, like, if it were my job and I was, like, actually doing something to help somebody, like, with their grieving process, then yeah, I'd be, like, more than happy to touch a dead body. If I worked in, like, the medical profession, yeah, that'd be fine, too. But I'm not any of that. So I really don't want to touch a dead body. It's weird.
As long as it's not decomposing, I'm okay.
Okay, but here's my thing is
I feel like it's going to be squishy. Like, like mud between your toes?
No. I think they get, like... I think it depends on the environment. If it's, like, more of a humid environment or damp...
That's what it would sound like.
Stop. What is wrong with you?
So much. It's going to come out.
God, it's so gross. But, like, yeah, they'd be more, like, squishy. Mm-hmm. But, like, if it was, like, a drier environment or, like, in the sun, they'd just...
Ooh, I just
like,
read...
leathery.
I love clickbait.
Oh, no.
I just read this whole clickbait thing on mummies.
Ooh.
Yeah, like, people who were accidentally mummified. And it was, like, sad.
Accidentally mummified?
Yeah, they'd be, like, in really dry environments.
Like, they got their brains... pulled through their nose with a hook?
not like Egyptian mummies, but like people that like they're in dry environments. Like this one lady sat down to have tea to be mummified.
Yes.
I'm gonna taxidermy your ass.
No, mummified.
I don't know how I'm gonna get the eyeballs right though.
I want the Cleopatra special.
Where it comes with an asp.
Yes.
Sweet. And a great haircut.
No, I've heard about the lady who was, like, because all of her bills were coming out auto pay, nobody thought to go look for her.
Yes.
And so she just, they finally, like, she ran out of money months later, like, years later. I think it was years later. She finally ran out of money, so they went to go check on her, and she was, like, nothing but skin and bones. Literally
and
nothing.
she's been paying her bills the entire time.
Because it was set up on auto pay to come out through her bank, her rent, her power, everything. But nobody ever saw her. So, and she was kind of like already a shut-in because I think she was a widow or a spinster. I don't know exactly, but
I'm going to be a shut-in.
I'm already a shut-in for the most part.
Actually, I don't think I'll be a shut-in. I'm going to be like that lady that's involved in everything.
Oh my god, even if it's just like feeding the cats down by the dumpster.
Oh my god, I love cats!
I know.
Actually, we have these stray cats at work, and they've all the guys have named them.
Of course they have.
And we feed them, so they stick around. And they're just these feral little fuckers, you know? Like, they don't even, like, care. They don't care. They're just...
Yeah. I had to chase off a big black cat the other day.
They keep coming in the building, though. And one time, one of them got stuck in Jeremy's office and peed.
Oh my god.
He was so not amused.
But wait,
it was hysterical.
Q in the warehouse sometimes?
Q is our cockatoo at work, just so you know.
And he's a jackass.
Oh,
like,
I love it.
He's an asshole. I've never met a bird
he's an
that's
asshole.
such an asshole. Actually, I've never even actually met Q. I just know all the stories.
He's pretty cool. Yeah, it's interesting. But yeah, he's living there right now. But that's a whole other story for another time.
Well, I mean,
that does
with the
not
cats,
belong on the
though.
podcast.
I know, but with the cats coming into the warehouse with Q around.
Yeah, they've stalked him before. And then there's been times where
man.
he's been outside. Because they just, like, prop him out there. And they'd be like, hey, Q, blah, blah, blah. And they, like, put him outside. And one time they just got to working. And there's a big bay door.
Yeah.
And they heard, rah, rah, and he's, like, screaming. And they look out, and there's a hawk, like, circling him. He's like, motherfucker! Yeah, he was crying for help.
Oh, God. Poor guy.
Yeah, he was a little scared.
Well, I mean, if he ruined all my crown molding, I don't know.
Right.
Like, seriously. But no, I had to chase a big black cat that actually kind of looks like your cat, Cole, away from the hen next door because they have already lost their rooster.
Cole doesn't run. He sprints. And he's done for the day.
He sprints for like a second and then it's like he has to flop over and catch his breath. He's the epitome of a fat cat. Ooh, you know what? We can make him fatter.
I don't want to make him fatter. He has a hangy downy tummy.
Oh, the hangy downy tummies are the best when you let them get super fat and then you make them lose weight. I'm sorry. That's probably animal abuse.
Do you just like want to fondle it or what?
It just gets so squishy and he's so...
He doesn't let you touch his stomach. He eats you.
It's fine. Everything's fine. It's worth it.
Okay.
It's worth it. Anyways.
Should we talk about what's strange about me?
Yes. I want to hear all of your strangeness.
Okay. Well... You're not going to hear about all my strangeness today.
Oh, come on.
Because we'll save that. Nice little ditty. I think that they heard a little bit about the fact about, like, squishy corpses.
Yeah, well, you know, but I want to see your notes.
My Word document?
I'm curious.
Seriously. Look, they're just talking points.
Oh, look at that.
Otherwise, I was so nervous. I was nervous, you guy. Sorry. Thank you, listener.
Hey, thanks, listener. Why don't you give us a shout? We're on Facebook at something... We haven't set that up yet.
Yeah, we'll let you know.
Ooh, we should set up an Instagram.
Insta, yeah.
Insta what?
Insta famous.
I'll do that tonight.
Okay, cool.
So I'm going to try to make it like all things strange podcast.
Okay.
And then I'll get us an email too.
Okay. And then we've got to get our shit together. Because we pretty much don't. So
no, we don't.
Okay. Something strange about me.
Okay.
Me. My birthday.
Oh my gosh, your birthday is strange.
It is definitely strange. My birthday is April 20th, and yes, 420. It was fantastic when I was in high school.
But then you grew up and realized all of the horrible shit that actually happened on that day.
Yes, actually, April 14th through the 20th, historically, it's America's most tragedy-filled week.
Oh, shit. Mm-hmm. And you just, came at the ass end of that.
Fuck yes, I did. I scooted in, just as I do. I skedaddled right on in there.
Head first.
Some examples of things that have happened this week are things like the Oklahoma City bombing.
Ooh, was that the Unabomber?
Yeah, I believe so. Yes. Mm-hmm.
They think
Listener, are we wrong?
Listener, help us. No, what? Okay, because they think there's people out there who think that the Unabomber was the same person who poisoned all the Tylenol.
What?
Yeah, did you hear about that?
Dude, he was crazy.
He was crazy.
He's really interesting. Have you read his manifesto?
No, I was just going to say I need to get my hands on it so
you know what? We should do like a podcast.
About manifestos?
No. But,
I call dibs on Helter Skelter.
Well, I'm just saying, like, we should do like a beatnik thing and we can read like Murderabilia or something.
Ooh,
Right?
I like that.
And we'll snap it out, but I snap backwards. I snap towards my pinky.
I can't snap very. Oh, I'm doing it. Okay. Anyway, so
other things that have happened this time in week, this week, the 14th through the 20th, the Waco siege with David Koresh, the cult, like the 1906 San Francisco earthquake happened this week, and so a lot of like fucked up shit, and so. My birthday is not only like tragedy for all humankind. Some of the things that have happened was I think that most people are aware of the 1999 Columbine school shooting.
That was awful.
And it's where the seniors, Eric Harris and Dylan, is it Klebold? Is that how you say it?
Klebold.
We'll go French. He had to go French.
He's French.
Fuck those guys.
Maybe he at least took French.
I'm thinking he failed. Don't think he did well.
I don't think
so. He went in. They went in. They decided that they were going to go on a shooting spree, and they killed 12 students, a coach, and then they did a double suicide. So, those motherfuckers who are burning in hell for being such motherfuckers. I mean, when Marilyn Manson comes out and says this is really fucked up, Marilyn Manson. Yeah, seriously. It's fucked up. I do love that man. Oh, God, I know. I want the contact. The one contact? The one contact. And then we'll get you the one Jackson glove. Yes. We're just going to mesh. We're going to blend it. It'll be beautiful. I don't like his lips with his face shape because it kind of makes him look like a horse with or without makeup. But, you know. Oh, my God. Did you never realize that? That he looked like a horse? They call the Mr. Manson. Okay. Oh, my God. You took it way back. Okay, yeah, what else happened? Okay, so, 2010, the year we got married. Oh, shit. Yeah, I just learned that today. The year we got married was 2010. Was Deepwater Horizon. The BP oil spill. I just watched that movie with Mark Wahlberg. Oh my God, he's in it? He is in it. Done deal. He is it. Like, he's a star. He's my number one on my list. Girl, that was a real good movie. Fucking love that man. Like, I cried. I'd bite his bicep. I'd bite other places, but you know. I'm an ass person. I would just lightly graze my teeth. Just take my fingers and gently massage each cheek of his ass. Oh. God, okay, we gotta stop. Hey, Mark, if you're our one listener, then, please come over. You're on my list. Come on. It's a sure thing. No, Deepwater Horizon was a very good movie, though. It's, of course, cinema, so they're gonna leave a lot of things out, but it's just one of those things where it's, that people really don't talk about. Yeah. Did you, 11 people went missing. Yeah, I knew that. And that's crazy. Nobody talks about. That's really fucked up. What about those family members? Well, it explains it all in the movie on exactly what happened, so you have to watch it. I'll get it for you. Yeah. Awesome. You have to watch it. We'll watch it together. Yeah. This Mark Wahlberg. Oh my God, so good. Have you watched the show Wahlburgers? No, I haven't either, but I want to nerd out on that just because, you know. Yeah. Okay, what else happened? Same thing. Okay, 1942. Or wait, not 1942, but But he lived in the 40s. Adolf Hitler and I share a birthday. Yes, you do. Oh my gosh, I'm going to get you a little Hitler stash. I want a Kittler so bad. I would love a Kittler. I would too. Just our one listener, if you don't know what a Kittler is, it's a kitty cat that's black and white, but they've got that one white little spot under the nose that makes them look like Hitler. Mm-hmm. So they're a Kittler. Yeah, and just so you know, we do not endorse. We don't endorse genocide. No. Genocide, no. Fuck, Hitler, bad. Man. Hitler's, all right. Hashtag not sponsored. We don't know anybody. We don't. We're anything. So, yeah. Grain of salt. Okay, so another thing that happened was 1914 was the Ludlow Massacre. Have you ever heard of that? No. So basically, in Colorado, I'm checking. Where in Colorado? Can we go? I don't know. I have to look that up. I don't remember. Ludlow. It's in Ludlow, Colorado. Okay, so Rockefeller
Okay.
Okay.
Big name.
Big name.
Big name.
Yes.
Half of the family is okay. The other half is shit.
I have a feeling that the Rockefellers are going to be coming up at some point within our podcast because there's some shady ass shit with the Rockefellers.
Yeah, there is.
Rockefeller, anybody, if you're listening and you're our one listener...
And you're a Rockefeller.
Go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself. If you're on the wrong side.
I don't care how much money you have. No. Go fuck yourself.
Because there's like Rockefellers who are on the good side and then the Rockefellers who are on the bad side. So if you're the Rockefeller on the good side, please sponsor our podcast.
Don't fuck yourself.
The ones on the bad side, go fuck yourself.
Seriously though. Take the blood diamond. We'll get into that later.
Oh, God.
So basically, there was a bunch of coal miners and they wanted better working conditions. And so they staged a strike and Rockefeller was like, fuck you. And so he sent in the Colorado National Guard.
What?
Yes. And they fucking massacred 20 people, and many of them were women and children. So what?
How?
Because it was Rockefeller.
They're the National Guard.
And so...
Fuckers.
So mostly how they died was they were suffocated after a hole where they had been hiding in filled with smoke.
I swear to fucking God, dude.
That's fucked up, right?
That is so
fucked up. Does it make your blood boil?
Oh.
Makes my blood boil.
It's like, you know, just because, like, the men who are working are the ones protesting or whatever, leave their fucking wives and kids alone. I mean, just, it makes me so mad.
Yep.
So at that point, you're just, like, you're Hitler at that point. Once you start, like, getting into, like, the families, you're no better.
Yep, I agree.
Oh. Can we cut their balls off? All of the Rockefellers, let's just cut their balls off.
I am not against neutering certain people.
Oh, me neither.
Anyway, so on a personal note, one year my grandfather had a heart attack on my birthday.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and it was like really devastating. And so my mom's like, your present's in the back of the car. And it wasn't like even like wrap. It was a skip it. And it was, I just like, oh.
I love skip it.
Yeah, I did too. It
you know what? That was still really nice of your mom. I mean, obviously she was going through a lot with that. So you can't be too mad.
I'm not mad, but it's always...
You were back then.
We'll go out to dinner for your birthday another time. Didn't happen. One year my cat died. That was cool. On my birthday.
Oh, good.
I think the most recent event was when my husband, Jeremy, he was rushed to the emergency room after popping that vein.
Oh, God.
While we were camping. Okay.
Sorry, I forgot all about that.
Oh, God, I didn't. Okay.
Well, because we weren't up there yet. We caught Jeremy and Earl, your dad, as they were driving down the hill. And we were like, where are you going?
Let me set the scene.
I hurt myself.
Kristen, what do you want to do for your birthday? You know what? I don't want to fucking do anything. My birthday sucks. No, Kristen, come on. It's your day. What do you want to do for your birthday? Fuck it. Let's go camping. Even though it's April and like really cold.
Freezing
Let's
up there.
do it. I just want to get out and just do that. So it starts off with, okay, it's just going to be Jeremy and I, and then the kids have to come, the dogs come, you know, and then like,
and then we come.
And then you come. It's like this whole family affair. We're like, and then my dad's coming, and we're like, all right, cool.
Yeah, once your dad comes, then it's like, no, I'm kidding. I like your dad, but he's so particular.
He is very particular. So we all get up there, and we're setting up the campsite, and we are scrounging for firewood, and suddenly I hear, oh shit, Kristen. And I'm like, oh fuck, what's going on? I go over there and Jeremy's like, get the first aid kit. Get the first aid kit. And my son, and he is like, oh, freaking out. Not great in an emergency situation.
He's kind of a baby anyways.
Love him. Love him to the moon.
But man.
Not when you want doing detail work or
if there's like an emergency situation. He'll be like,
but you know, he shocks you and you're like,
yeah.
He's so like deep with his like reasoning. Sometimes you're just like, whoa, oh my God, that just came out of my 16-year-old.
Everything.
So he freaked out, and so we kind of got in this like little mini fight. I was like, you need to calm down because I have to do this. And so I made my way up to Jeremy, and he said that he was going looking for wood, and a stick had popped him in the leg, and blood spurted out like 7 feet. Oh my God! I wish I would have seen it. Oh my God!
You should have just like, did he have pressure on it?
Yeah.
You should have just been like, move your hand.
Oh my God! My dad almost tourniqueted him, and I was like, don't do that. They don't do that anymore. But yeah, so we're like up in the mountains.
The only reason you tourniquet is for like snake bites or spider bites.
I know, right? So I told him not to do that. So anyway, So we wrap it up like really, really tight.
Oh,
and we get him to one of the cars, and my dad is like insistent, and my dad's like white. He doesn't do blood very well. And so I'm like, are you sure to drive? And he's like, I'm fine, I'm going. And I was like, okay. And so they just like left, and I look around, and I have the one vehicle, 2 dogs, my 2 kids, and I'm alone, and I don't have like a gun.
It's cool because you know what? We were only like 15, 20 minutes away.
I didn't know that. We didn't know if you were coming at that point.
But we were.
Or if you were going to come, it could have been like around like 1 a.m. because you were still working at the hotel.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? So I was like, okay, fire. We have shelter. We already got the tents up, so we need fire. And so I built up a fire, and I was just like, what the fuck am I going to do? Like, I don't know how I'm going to get everybody home. I was actually thinking I would have figured it out, but it would have been crazy.
It would have been crazy, but I have
and thank God your husband came, and he helped me out, and
I think he helps you more than he helps me.
It's because he doesn't have to live with me.
I know. But
I don't know.
No, that was a pretty intense one. Like, the fact that they had to, like, stitch his vein up.
It was bad.
Yeah.
It was way bad.
It was so bad.
So, anyway, I don't know. I'm trying to think of other bad things that have happened on my birthday. Generally, it's just not a good day. So, that week, everybody, look out.
Did you hear about the stoner who killed somebody on 420?
What?
No, because it didn't happen.
No.
Stoners don't kill people.
Like, he didn't smoke enough weed, then apparently, like...
Yeah. It's so crazy because, like, you know, these certain types of people have that whole stigma around, like, marijuana smokers and how they're all just, like, murderers and porn stars. Like, first off...
That never happened to me. In the event.
Yeah, no, it probably never... But, like, it's just, like, you hear people or, like, you read an article and then, you like, there's, like, the comments on it. And, like, people are just losing their mind. And I'm like...
Yeah. It's just because people aren't informed and there's a lack of education. And I'm not going to open up the debate for whether you think marijuana should be legal or not. But, yeah. Somebody's coming in the door and we don't know who. Go away.
What are you doing?
I just want to say the thing.
No, honey. Shut the door. We'll be out in a few minutes. That would be the daughter, the 5-year-old. We're at Brittany's house.
That would be my 5-year-old. No, and it's like, it's not only that, but there's a lot of people out there who, if they can't control a situation, if they don't know, you know, like, what it's like to smoke weed, or, you know, things like that, or they just think it's bad and that everybody else should think it's bad. It's kind of like the same things with a lot of religions, is if they come across somebody...
Shit, we're just letting it all out there on
I
the first
know,
podcast,
right?
aren't we?
Well, I'm not trying to, like, say it badly, but it's like there's a lot of religions... No. But there's a lot of religions out there who, if they come across somebody who's not a part of their religion, they will try to convert them, and if they can't convert them, then they just move on, and they dump them, and they're gone.
I feel like it's, people operate out of fear, unfortunately.
Yeah, there's that, too.
I think that's what it is, and things that are not familiar to other people scares them, not necessarily with, like, marijuana or religion, but I think in general, it's almost like when you hear about
the vaccines.
The vaccines. People operate out of fear with that.
Yeah.
And I feel like, sorry, I lost my thought.
They do operate out of fear, and it's because they have that fear due to lack of education, or due to, you know, they've got these, like, fake news sites, hashtag CNN. No. CNN is not fake news.
It's not. We do not agree with you, Mr. President. That's wrong.
Stop calling him Mr. President. You're going to give him a big head with his tiny hands. Okay, real quick, though, there's a video.
We did talk politics.
We
Yay,
did.
Yeah.
Have you heard of Aussie Man reviews on YouTube?
No.
It's this Australian guy. And
Aussie Man.
Aussie, like Ozzzy.
Oh, wait.
Yeah. That's just another word. Anyways, he might be New Zealand. I don't know.
So
I'm
it's
sorry.
Aussie the Australian.
Aussie Man reviews on YouTube, and he'll take, like, popular videos or whatever at that time, and he'll just review them in his, you know, voice, and it's so funny. But one of them,
maybe I have seen that shit.
You might have, but I just watched this video the other night because I'm a little backlogged on his videos. And there was one of them where it was like Donald Trump handshake wars.
Uh-huh.
He is so aggressive with his handshake because he'll come in and then do that. He'll like pull you in like that.
Whoa, like he's trying to kiss
really
you? I wonder if anybody's ever like puckered up and been like,
ew, that would be like kissing your grandma's ass after she like died 20 years ago.
Be careful because the locust might get in your mouth.
Oh no.
When he opens his mouth, just a horde of locusts come out.
Quick, drop blood X's on your doors with the sacrifice of a lamb.
Yes! Yes!
Oh my god.
So
but
much.
no, anyways, so that was really funny, and I totally got off of track and forgot what I was talking about.
All things strange.
Yay!
Okay, I think that about wraps it up for this
Yeah,
first one.
at least for this first one. I mean,
Yeah.
we could always end up talking about a bunch of other things, but since this episode's pretty much introductory, and it's just strange things about us, and us probably rambling. In uteroductory? Is that... Okay.
We're baking it
Cool.
in the oven
What?
of our uterus.
Not here. That'll stink. I just fucking can't.
Oh god.
So did you have any ideas about like what to do for the next one?
I don't. Funny you should ask.
Well, did you want to try maybe to record one more time before we leave?
Like what? Like this?
Yeah.
Well, it's pretty organic.
I mean, like recording one more time, like before I leave for a week to go home to visit.
yeah. Okay.
So then that way we can have like.
When
or
do you
wanna,
leave?
we leave next Saturday, like the day after Jeremy leaves.
I might be able to on Friday afternoon.
Okay.
Did you hear that?
Hear that?
Did you hear that, lucky listener?
Oh, by the way, lucky listener, if you happen to be talented in the musical field, because we are not, we could use an intro and an outro. Like...
Is that what they're called?
Yeah,
Outros?
Outros. Like quattro, but outro.
Not the same thing.
It's literally what they are, though. They're called outros.
I've never thought of that.
Really?
Yes.
I've made a couple of videos before, so...
Outro.
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 Ouch. E.T. phone home.
It doesn't make sense when you say it really slow.
So, I mean, I guess we could talk about, like, Aliens.
Aryans or aliens?
Aliens.
We can continue with the Hitler theme and talk about Aryans.
Okay, well, here's the thing. I'm drinking, so that came out weird. I meant aliens.
Okay, so, like, you come up with something and I come up with something and we both just
Fucking yeah,
talk about it? Okay.
Shit.
Aliens.
Aliens.
Because aliens. That'll be the name of the next episode.
Okay, neither of us can do Black Eyed Kids, though, because... I know that's what you might have been going for, because that's what I would have been going for. But we need to have our own episode for Black Eyed
Kids. Yes.
Because
for those of you that don't know what that is, look it up, lucky listener.
Or you can wait a few weeks.
Yeah. I think we need to start making a list.
Yeah, we do have to start making our list. But Black Eyed Kids, like each of us goes and finds like an account, and then we can kind of pick it apart.
So you just want to do general aliens? Because I feel like that's a very broad spectrum.
We could let's each try to find
do you want to do up like abductions?
Yeah, an abduction story, not like an obvious out there one, but like more of like one of those you have to get into the like dark deep web.
Okay. You want to go?
No, not darknet. I meant
no
deep
darknet.
web.
No darknet.
Deep
no
web.
darknet. I don't do that.
No,
don't make me do that.
Deep web. We'll go into the deep web and find like some crazy guy that might be actually living in a dumpster, and we can pick their story apart.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah,
aliens. Stay tuned.
Oh god, I almost got attacked. Okay, we're gonna fight an alien. Okay, well, cool.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
We'll talk to you in a while, lucky listener. Hit us up.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.